Okay, I'm thinking that this is working. There we go. Well, I don't have too much to talk about. I just got to get this microphone set up correctly here. It's bothering me. There we go. Sorry about all that noise. But this is my first time, and I have a whole bunch of equipment in front of me that most of it I have no idea what it even does. But I'm told I have to have it from the person that set all this up. There's something in front of the monitor was in front of the camera. Anyways, I am trying to figure out exactly what's going on here. Okay, I think I'm good. It's just going to have to be in the way. It's just the way it is. I guess basically it's society is really what I wanted to talk about, because there's some things that happened to me in like the past 48 hours that kind of gave me a moment of pause. Basically, I was doing my thing, and I mean, I'm not going to do any places or names because I don't want to flame anybody. I mean, I don't want to be this like social keyboard warrior. That's not the point of all this. But my point is going to be, I am Generation X. There's no two ways about it. That's my generation. That's where I fit in most. And I'm going to say without a doubt that we're probably some of the most unique ones that have ever come along. But we definitely do not fit in today's society. I mean, I guess as much as my father didn't fit into my society. And there's things that actually drive that home. There's points that happen to you that will drive that home. And when you're actually trying to help people and, you know, it's taken as, you know, that you're actually trying to not help them, or you're, you know, they become angry, is the part that I didn't understand. Because when this all happened, when this all turned out, I was actually getting dressed down for something and had no idea in the beginning what I had done, you know, until I pieced it all together and looked at it through a different lens. I understood, you know, why they were upset, even though in my mind, in my world, it was totally unjustified. But, you know, in their world, they felt, you know, very entitled to say what they said to me. But it just, going forward, I mean, I'm going to always be aware of this now, and it kind of closes you off. It makes you so you don't want to help these people, especially the younger people, because sometimes they don't take a helping hand as exactly what it is. They take it as some kind of like a threat, or you know, you're trying to get them in trouble, or you know, whatever the case may be, you know. Because I don't think the younger generation, especially the real younger ones, believe in mentorism. You know, they come out of the womb knowing everything that they're going to know, and they just don't believe that they can learn anything from us. And that's the sad part, because sooner or later we're going to be gone. We're all getting older. And I learned a lot of what I learned in life from the people that were before me. I mean, I got to a point in my life finally, I guess when I was in my 20s, where I realized that not everything I knew was right. And I said, you know what? I got to start listening to these people, because they've been where I am and they know. And I did. And I fared a lot better in life for it. I guess that's the whole thing. The whole point I'm trying to make is that a generation, sometimes they don't mix. They're just too far apart. And it's not going to be, it's like two tribes of people that just are never going to agree on one thing or what's right or how to do everything, because the younger generation has a certain template built into their brain of how life should be and what they should and should not have to do. And they try to like mold their world around that, and it clashes with what's real. There's a definite clash in there because the world's not gonna bend to your will. I mean, you may think it will, but it won't. It won't bend to your will at all. And that's the point I was trying to make, with this whole conversation of what happened to me and everything like that. I mean, I had to learn a valuable lesson at my age. I learned a lesson. I learned not to try to help these people, just let them go on and make the mistakes that they're going to make, and just be an observer, because that's pretty much where it all shakes out, and it's the safest standpoint for you, and that's kind of like, 80s New York, where, somebody would be getting robbed on the street. I didn't see a thing, you know what I mean? And it was like 20 people standing there. That's kind of how it is, because nobody's going to want to try to help them because of where they're, the signals that they're putting out. But I just wanted to do a short stream here to see if all this stuff works and everything like that. I know nobody's probably ever going to see this except for me, but it just helps sometimes to vent and to talk about something that bothers you. I think eventually this stream's probably going to be about the paranormal stuff that I see and hear about, and maybe I can get more people interested in it. I know there's a lot of streams out there that do that, but I want to try to do a different take on it. I want to try to get more of what's happening to normal people out there and find out what's going on with them instead of all the weird AI-generated spaceships and stuff on YouTube. I want to try to get away from all that and actually get into something where, this stuff is, really happening. What's really going on out there? Because I remember my grandmother telling me ghost stories, when I was younger, and I mean, some of the stuff she told me was hair raising, especially for like a 13-year-old. It was like, wow, man, that really happened, But the kind of woman she was, you had to believe her. There just really was no other choice in it. It just, she just wasn't the kind of person that you could think would ever lie about anything. Very God-fearing, very down-to-earth, very Irish. But anyways, I think that's where this stream's going to head, if I can actually get it off the ground. But anyway, it was great having a chat with you, and I hope everything comes out right, because I'm getting messages from YouTube that maybe this stream's not working. I don't know.